Hello everyone, this is my presentation to final exam for English for accounting, and this is my presentation. Financial statement and ratio. What are financial statement and ratio? One of the methods used in financial statement analysis is called financial ratio analysis. In the ratio analysis method used by taking into account the quantitative comparison of existing data, the balance sheet or profit and loss. Financial ratio are technical analysis in the field of financial management. Financial ratio analysis is used as a measurement tool for a company's finance in a certain period. This method is done by comparing the two variables taken from the company's financial statement and placed in the balance sheet column or income statement of existing companies. The benefit of financial ratio. As for some of benefit of having financial ratio are the things that are great as follow. The visualization of company history is accompanied by the value of the state of the company. Visualization to investor and creditor about the good and bad of a company financial situation or placed from one period to another. Able to determine the efficiency of performance in company manager by pouring into financial record and financial report. It is possible to financial manager to predict the reaction of potential investor creditor when searching for additional fund and able to realize decision making consideration and make a prediction based on market trend with the company's achievement and prospect that will occur later in the future. Standardization of company assessment measures in order to make it easier to understand the company's position in other industry. Type of financial ratio in the business world as a whole, namely the existence of financial ratio analysis in business and can be divided into the following ratio group. First, probability ratio. Probability ratio visualize the company's ability to achieve profit by means of existing capabilities and resources, namely cash, capital, company employees, sales, the number of company branches, and so on. And here some example of formula. Return of equity, net income divided total equity. Return of asset, net income divided total asset. And the second is liquidity ratio. The ability of a company to pay its short-term financial obligation is an analysis of liquidity financial ratio. Liquidity is not only about the company's financial condition, but about its expertise in converting current asset into cash. Current ratio, current asset divided current debt. Cash ratio, cash divided current debt. And the third is solvency ratio. The solvency ratio is the expertise of company in fulfilling in financial obligation in the short and long term in the event of liquidation or company dissolution. Meanwhile, in the company is solvable, then the company has asset that include the payment of all debt and vice versa. If the company is unable to pay debt, it means that it is insolvable. Debt to equity ratio, debt divided equity. Debt to asset ratio, debt divided asset. The fourth is activity ratio. To measure the usefulness of all of the available resources, activity ratio are used with effective financial analysis as a stepwise comparison of sales and investment of the type of ratio involved in financial asset. In addition, the existence of inventories of fixed asset and other is a measure of the existence of this activities ratio. The formula is total asset turnover, sales divided total asset. Inventory turnover, sales divided inventory. Taxation and the tax system. Definition of tax according to the Professor Dr. Ahmad Sumitro. Tax are people's contribution to the state, treasury based on law which can be enforced without achieving reciprocal service. Counter-achievement which can be directly demonstrated and used to pay for general expenses. General Provision and Tax Procedure or CTP in Law Number 28 year 2007 explains that the tax is mandatory contribution to the state owed by individual or entities that are enforceable under the law without getting rewarded directly and used to the purpose of state for the greatest possible benefit for the prosperity of the people. General tax function. There are four tax functions in general, namely as a budget function, regulatory function, stability function, and income redistribution function. First is a budget function, budgetary function. The existence of tax is useful as a source of funds for the government to finance state expenditure. Second is function set, regulatory function. Taxes as a tool to regulate or implement government in the socio-economic field. Third is a stabilization function. Taxes can be used to stabilize economic condition and condition such as overcome inflation. The government imposes high taxes so that the money supply can be reduced. Fourth is equity function or tax distribution. In fact, is useful as revenue that can be used to finance general expenditure and national development. Just the government can open job opportunity with the aim of increasing people income. Taxation benefit. Here are some of the tax benefits in general. First is tax are the main source of state revenue for personal expenditure to finance various development projects such as construction or facilities, example road, bridge, schools, hospital or puskesmas, police station, and so on. Tax money is used to financing in order to provide a sense of security for all people. Third is taxes are used to subsidize goods that are needed by society. And next is paying state debt board. Taxes are used to help MSMEs both in the term of development and capital. And the last is supporting the running of the wealth of government. Tax collection system. First is official assessment system. The official assessment system is the application of tax collection system that gives authority to the government or tax authorities to determine the amount of tax owed by each taxpayer. The second is self-assessment system. Self-assessment system is the application of tax collection system that gives full authority to each taxpayer to calculate, pay, and report personally the amount of tax owed. Withholding system. Withholding system is application of a tax collection system which authorities third parties to determine the amount of tax by taxpayers. The third party is neither tax authorities nor the taxpayers. Tax law definition: a set of regulation governing rights and obligations as well as the relationship between taxpayers and the government as tax collectors. Hartono Hadisuprapto stated that tax law is a series of regulations that govern how taxes are collected, on what circumstance or even the tax is imposed, and how much tax is imposed. Importance of the new tax law. Direct impact. There are changes to the taxability of a relocation-related benefit, which will increase gross up costs. Indirect impact. There are word changes in the tax law affecting all U.S. taxpayers, including tax rates, deduction, exemption, among others. Some of these changes are positive and some are negative to taxpayers and the amount of tax they pay. Impact for corporation. The overall corporate tax rate has declined significantly, with the top bracket declining from 35% to 21%, resulting in a net positive impact on total expenses for corporation. Types of tax law. First is a formal tax law. Taxation law which contain a provision in making material tax law in reality. Formal tax law contain procedures for determining the amount of tax debt, the rights of the tax authorities to conduct an evaluation. Material tax law. Tax law which contain provision on the condition subject to tax or tax object, who will be tax subject, and who is exempt from tax, and how much must be paid or tax rate. Nature of tax accounting. Tax are mandatory or imposed on all taxpayers. There are several things that are the main causes of taxation in Indonesia that are still not maximized. Namely, many individual and corporate taxpayers avoiding taxes, so that the income earned is not reduced. The benefit of taxes that have been paid to the government will actually return to society. The tax collected will be used to develop the country by building infrastructure, subsidies, social assistances, creating job opportunities, and so on. It is the obligation of all taxpayers to pay tax receivable before due to local tax office. Meanwhile, taxpayers have the right to be served by tax officers. as well as possible because they have become tax compliant citizen. The function of use tax proceed is not only used in the economic aspect but also in the social and culture aspect of country. Accounting for costs, direct costs and indirect costs. Definition: direct costs. Direct costs are costs that are charged directly to cost object. Direct costs are easy to track and predict costs. The determination of direct costs is usually held by each department. Direct costs are usually used to pay for employees when they produce a product, finance all the raw material used in the production process, costs associated with improving the quality of human resources, and others. Definition: indirect costs. Indirect costs are costs that cannot be linked and charged directly to cost objects, but in the future they will remain a burden on the company. For example, namely building maintenance costs such as electricity, PDAM, and building maintenance. The basic differences between direct and indirect costs are as follows. First is direct costs are traceable, whereas indirect costs are not. Second is direct cost benefit a single product or project. In contrast, indirect cost benefit many products or projects. Third, the total of all direct costs yield prime cost, whereas the yield of all indirect cost is known as additional costs. Fourth, direct costs are further divided into direct material, direct labor, direct cost. On the other hand, indirect costs are divided into production costs, administration costs, sales, and distribution costs. Fifth is costs that are easily divided into specific cost objects are known as direct costs. Meanwhile, indirect costs are costs that cannot be charged to certain cost object. Direct and indirect cost function. Direct costs are useful for determining the cost of producing goods for one unit or one project. Because it only produces one unit, cost can be determined before production is carried out. With this direct cost, the company immediately provides a budget for the production of goods or a project, so that in addition to determining costs, the function of direct cost is also to determine the company budget, financial record, and company accounting. Meanwhile, the indirect cost function is used when the company produces several kind of good or several kind of project. Thus, indirect costs arise because of the unexpected. With this indirect cost, the company can prepare more budget to produce good or work on project. Types of direct and indirect costs. Direct costs. Material costs. Material costs are costs that include the purchase of material and material that are calculated by unit price analysis. Labor wage cost. Labor wage cost, namely the payment of works wage that are calculated against unit item and usually already have a standard unit price. Equipment cost. The cost of equipment or equipment is the cost of equipment to carry out construction work. Indirect costs, unforeseen expense. Incidental costs are costs that are prepared for event that might or may not occur. For example, if there is a flood at the project site, of course there will be special costs to overcome it. Overhead costs, namely additional costs that are not directly related to the ongoing process of the project but must still be included in the budget for the project to run well. Profit, that is all the result obtained from implementing a project. Example of direct and indirect cost. Example of direct cost. The most obvious example of direct cost are the material that go into production, the item you sell, and labor that goes into creating it. If you manufacture cloth, the amount of fabric and thread you use will vary directly in proportion to how many shirts you make, even if you retail item that another business manufactures. That amount of inventory you purchases will vary relative to how many items you sell. Similarly, you will pay your employees for a greater number of hours if they make 200 shirts than if they make 20. Example, indirect cost. The rent you pay on your facility is an indirect cost because it is not fluctuated to your sales volume. The utilities cost you incur to keep your operating going are considered indirect costs as well because you have to keep your lights on and your room heat, whether your business is thriving or struggling. Payroll for office staff that keep track of payroll is an indirect cost as well because it goes into general operation rather than specific item that you sell to generate revenue. Costs that fall into gray areas. Many direct costs are entirely direct. If you run restaurant, you must maintain a minimum level of staffing, whether you serve customer or even if not one didn't walk through your door. Economics at scale also include the distinction. Although you incur greater payroll expenses if you produce a greater volume, you often spend less in labor per unit the more you produce. It's impossible to tease out all the nuances when keeping your books, but it's nonetheless important to keep in mind that the distinction between direct and indirect cost is rarely clear and direct. Overhead versus direct labor cost. In addition to the labor that goes directly into producing the product, you sell, your business must maintain the physical and information system that allow you to do your production work and deliver to end result to your customer. Handling inventory, shipping order, compiling invoice, making sales calls, and writing employee paycheck all generate indirect labor costs that track as part of overhead costs rather than cost of goods sold or indirect costs. Those costs don't increase appreciably relative to the volume of business you transact. You still have to have your oven cleaned, whether you bake one batch of bread of 10, there will likely be more built up after 10 batch. But it certainly won't take 10 times as long to clean it. Why track business overhead? It's fairly obvious why you should track direct costs. If you know how much it costs you to produce an item, you're well on your way to figuring out how much to charge for it. But your price should also be high enough to cover your indirect costs or overhead, because you have to pay this amount even if you don't sell a single item. Understanding your overhead costs can help you calculate your break-even point, or the amount you have to sell before your business become profitable. To calculate the number of units you need to sell to break even, subtract your variable cost per unit from your revenue per unit. Divide fixed cost, including labor overhead, by the amount left over. Capital market. What is the capital market? The capital market is defined as a securities trading activity and public offering, as well as institution, companies, and profession related to the securities they issue. What role does the capital market have? The first role it has is as financial intermediary institution other than a bank, means for buying and selling securities or shares that are legal and open to anyone. Provides an opportunity to anyone who has capital to get involved, the participate in various business activity. As a reward, later will have the opportunity to make profit. Business people can get additional funds or capital as an effort to expand the business they are running. When selling securities, shareholders or securities owners will receive liquidity. The roles of accounting in globalization era. Accountant is a profession that is actively involved in the global economy and a borderless economy. In a corporation, accountants are required to provide a financial report in accordance with accounting principles and in line with corporate governance principles. By providing transparent information and accountability, accountants have saved a stakeholder from the investment and has been invested in the corporation. How to respond to the future? Accountant need to do the following 5 things. First, invest the developing digital skills. Implement new technology prototype while learning by doing. Third is educate based on international certification and digital skills. Fourth is responsive to change in industry, business, and technological development. Fifth is curriculum and learn based on human digital skills. Strategic management. Strategic management is not a new concept. The first use was in 1970s. Its meaning was that a team of strategic planners paying more or less attention to strategic program and then try to transfer them to decision making. The strategic management process as following. First is agreement of initiating of the strategic management process. Second is identification and clarification of the organization mission, objective, and current strategy. Next is identification of organization internal strength and weakness. Next is assessment of the threats and opportunity from the external environment. Next is identification of key constituent or stakeholder and their expectation. Identification of the key strategic issue confronting the organization. Next is design, analysis, selection of strategy, alternative, and option to manage issues identified in step 6. Next is implementation of strategy, and the last is monitoring and review of the strategy performance. And this is will give the conclusion from this presentation. Financial ratio will be meaningless if they stand alone. Ratio must be compared with other ratios so that this ratio can be realized perfectly. This can be proven by comparing the current period financial ratio with the previous period. In addition, financial ratio analysis can be done by comparing the financial ratio of companies with similar companies in the same industry. Furthermore, it can be understood how the company has achieved in the industrial sector. Taxes are not just to be understood, but also have to be studied and understood comprehensively. Taxation must be viewed by the aspect of tax law, tax deaths, tax determination, tax disputes, and taxpayer rights. Therefore, the level taxpayers compliance is carry out tax obligation properly and correctly in an absolute prerequisite for achieving the government revenue redistribution function. Just the economic and social disparities that exist in society can be maximally reduced. Tax law is a law that regulates all matters related to country's fiscal. Every citizen must comply with this law in order to create prosperity and comprehensive development for every region.
You're surrounded by people that love you.
Another difference can be seen from the output allocation. Direct cost can only support a product or project. For example, when you pay direct cost for purchasing mass clothes, it only supports mass production. Meanwhile, indirect costs have an impact on several project ones, such as a building that can be used in the long term, employee salaries that support the operation of all departments. If you are planning to get your business on the floor in the capital market, the first thing you need to do is to keep according to business standard and able to produce a financial report that contains factual and accountable business financial information. The role of accountant is no longer limited to bookkeeping. However, it includes internal control, providing analysis information for management, especially related to the company's financial strategies. Accountant and financial analysis will also move from a retrospective to a predictive nature.
Every time she would cry on my shoulder, I was here.